Yo, is this thing working? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brunell Jones II, and I'm back with another episode of what it's like being a musician in New York City. And what is it like? Well, it's a lot, it's busy, it's hard, and I also have to try to stay busy doing other things because music by itself will drive me crazy. Now today is nothing super special, nothing super crazy. I'm just playing with my guy Sammy Buttons again, as y'all seen in some previous episodes. And we're doing some private event in Bryant Park with some teachers association or something. Honestly, I don't know that many details of the event. So I'm just in it for the ride and in it to play some really good music. Just woke up. It's really early in the morning, so I still got my bonnet on, you know, because hair care is important. Just black hair things. If you know, you know. Because look, there's nothing more grown than taking care of yourself. And I finally bought a new bonnet because the last one, it was starting to get a little dingy and I can't keep wearing that. Anyways, if you watched the previous episode, you know I'm doing Q&As today. So I'm going to answer a few questions at the end of the video, so stick around for that. And last but not least, before we get this vlog started, you know I have to go to the gym. So we're going to get some gym footage, and I want to show you real quick. I hit a couple PRs last week. A couple personal records, you dig, on deadlift and squat. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself for those. So let's get to the gym, and then I gotta pick out my outfit for today's gig because you know I have to be fly. Got to. You wanna look good, you wanna feel good, you wanna play good. All right, enough of that. Let's get up out of here. All right, I'm getting the fit together. I'm wearing these black pants and some shirt. I got to figure that out, but you'll see it in a second. I got to shower, and then I got to get everything up and load the car. All right, this is the fit for the day, and we about to get going. What you doing? Hey, Lila. What's good, baby? Where you trying to go? The car is loaded, along with the lifting belt. Wow, it's really a sunny day out here. It's warm. Finally, New York is getting much warmer and much easier to be in. Just because of the loading process, I parked and then got on the subway because I have a lot of stuff to carry. So I'm just like, let me park closer to the gig so that you can't really park in Midtown, so I had to do it. All right, we're here. It's just me and the percussionist right now. I thought Sammy would be here first, but yeah. This is the thing we're playing for some teacher's event. I still don't know exactly what it is, but outside of Bryant Park, well, inside of Bryant Park, I should say. It's pretty nice. Now everybody's here to setting up. Two percussionists, we got sax and sax. And the drum. You dig? A quick pause. This video is sponsored by me. Don't Know Why is my new single set to release May 28th. And it is a collaboration composed by my good friend and wonderful singer Jasmine James and arranged and orchestrated by yours truly. Many of you know me as a saxophonist, but I've been composing, arranging, and songwriting for many years. And Don't Know Why is a song that helps you get acquainted with my songwriting chops. The pre-save link is in my description, and I hope you're just as excited about this as I am. Alright, back to the video. All right, we just finished. That was crazy playing for an empty room, considering the fact that they hired us and it's a private event. I mean, I don't care, we're getting paid the same. It would be different if it was my gig and I was playing for an empty room. I would definitely be pretty bummed out about that. But it was a pretty easy gig. They fed us well. The desserts were delicious. We were eating so good, I didn't even think about getting the desserts on footage. But, you know, you live and you learn. The vlogs will get better as they go. But I'm about to get on the train, go to the car, get home, and then we're going to answer some Q&A, which, by the way, you already know, if you want your answers, if you want your questions answered, you submit me a DM that says Q&A and then your question. All right. I just got back to my car. You know, I'm so glad I did it this way rather than walking with all my stuff to the train. Because look. If I didn't already say earlier, because honestly I don't remember, my plan was to drive as close as possible to Bryant Park. Because here's the thing. For those of you who know, you know. You can't park in Midtown. You can't. And most of Midtown, like the commercial part of Midtown, there's no free residential parking. It's all paid parking. And it's all like commercial and truck loading zones. And so my plan was to park near a train stop that was only a few stops away from Bryant Park, rather than carry all my equipment to the train from my apartment. You know, because I have a lot of stuff, you know. And it was a smart idea, and I'm glad that I didn't carry my stuff from my apartment and then take the train all the way down, like, ugh. But just carrying, and I parked near the train stop, just carrying my stuff from the train stop to my car had me winded, yo. Because not only is it a lot of stuff, but it's all lopsided and stuff, so I can't stand up straight carrying all this stuff. Anyways, I'm heading home. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the questions. As I've been evaluating my videos and watching my videos a lot, I find that I spend a lot of time talking, especially with the questions, so I've been trying to get better about it. So we going right to it. First question, Q&A. Just found your content and I'm genuinely enjoying what you put out. Oh, thank you very much. The question of the day is, how do you manage swabbing out your sax when playing at multiple spots a day? Do you rush and just throw it in the case, or carefully spot treat any spit or moisture? I am not the best person to ask about this. I do play multiple spots in a day, back to back sometimes, but I don't really swab my instrument out that much as I should. But what I do is I spot treat the pads. I have a little piece of cigarette paper, or if I don't, I just use $1 and take out the moisture pad by pad, because it'll make your pads last longer. Next question, and this is a good one. How easy do you think it would be difficult to make, okay, I see what you're trying to say, make it on an unconventional instrument in the jazz scene? So I'm going to start it off with, I've seen people play jazz bassoon, jazz euphonium, jazz violin, which jazz violin is a little more common, but it still isn't as common as saxophone, trumpet, and so on and so forth. And it is a little bit harder, but it's not impossible. What you have to do is really go the artist route. You can't really be a working musician as much, because people aren't hiring those instruments in big bands. They're probably not even hiring those instruments in their band. So you have to really push hard to make a name for yourself. Like, people are hiring let's say your name is John. Like, John is associated with the jazz bassoonist in the town. You just have to really make a name for yourself, and making content helps a lot. You know, in this day and age, unfortunately, for the people who don't like to do content can help your artistry and can help you get noticed a lot. So if you're doing an instrument that isn't common in jazz, you're going to have to do some things to really get yourself out there, because if you want to make money doing that, it's most likely just going to have to be your band and your act. So you're going to have to push the mess out of that. And the last question, what does a normal day of practice look like both now and in your formative years? Yeah, in the years that I was becoming better at my instrument and developing, I was definitely practicing a lot more. I was practicing 4 to 6 hours a day. The first hour would be all types of warm-up, including I would do long tones for a little bit, and I would play scales, but not just majors and minors. I would play every scale mode in all 12 keys. Now, during my practice session, I wouldn't always get to all of those, but because I did that all the time, I now, to this day, can play all scales in 12 keys. The next hour would be working on licks that I took from jazz solos in 12 keys and at varying tempos. So if I was playing John Coltrane's Impressions and there was something that he played that I really liked, I would take that and I would put it in 12 keys. And then I would also work it up at slow tempos and fast tempos so that I can get my dexterity up on the horn. And then the last few hours would be spent on transcription. By transcription, I don't mean actually writing things down, but transcription means, for me, listening to a solo and learning it by ear, and not just learning the notes, but copying the articulation, the breaths, the accents, the phrasing, the grouping, all of that. So once again, let's say I take a John Coltrane solo that I really like. I would spend those last few hours of my practice session taking it bit by bit, learning it by ear, and trying to match his vibrato and everything, because that's how you get real authentic on the type of music you're playing. Fast forward to now, my practice is a little different. I don't have as much time as I did back when I was in college, but my practice now is focused on learning songs, learning pop songs or learning tunes, any types of new music, and also focused on, playing all different tunes in different keys. And when it comes to my improvisation, I've been working a lot on just trying to come up with fresh ideas. And I do that by taking one song and I improvise over that song for like 30 minutes to an hour straight. And during that whole time, I try to come up with new things I can play over it, because I don't want to get into the habit of playing the same thing over and over again during my solos. That's truthfully what I do, and I hope that helps. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure you pre-save my song. My song comes out in a few days, so it's time to pre-save it. It's time to follow me on Bandcamp. It's also time for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because it's been growing a lot because of y'all, and like the video and so on and so forth. Peace. I gotta get a haircut. We out.